Howdy ho!
You know what time it is?
It's time for the Sailaway Crew Party.
It's time to party.
Hi, y'all.
Let's do it.
We've already got several in here talking cruise, talking what they've been doing. We turned on our heater for the first time here in Texas since
last winter.
a year or more.
Since last winter.
And the fire alarms went off.
Smoke alarms.
The smoke alarms went off.
Yeah.
JJ's already at church. He did security team this morning. And I'm like, okay, unplug the iron. Do I need to go to, I'm like calling him and I'm like, do I need to go to the attic? Is something, happening?
Don't go to the attic, honey. It's on fire.
And he said, hey, look at the heater. Maybe it's because I smelled something clearly. And of course, when you turn the heater on for the first time, it'll do that. And sure enough, it did.
All the little dust and debris.
It did for us here in Texas. Yeah. So I would ask Scott, Rambling with the Brums, is in the house. How long has he had his heater on this year so far?
I bet.
Because it is October 2nd.
I bet it didn't just go on today.
I bet it didn't. I bet he's had it on for a while. We have Scott, Rambling with the Brums, in the house, and Mike, Cruise Vet, is there. We're hearing about your cruise.
Yes,
Mike,
we are.
And I hope you
have notes.
Are doing you're doing videos. I know you're going to release some videos. So, yeah, we're anxious to hear about that.
Z-Show. Don't tell us everything, Mike, because we want people to watch your YouTube.
Watch your videos, yeah.
Right.
Z-Show in the house. The Z-Show Cruise Fun in the house. And Mark the Shark. Hello, beautiful people. Yep. And Jan Burkett. All right. Hello from Georgia.
The Peach State.
Live for the first time.
Peach State.
Thanks, Jan. Diane Allen back in the house. Old school Diane. I'm serious. She was like commenting on our videos, like right when we first were, trying to get, heck, we're still trying to get started. But I mean, like way back, close to a year ago, Diane was commenting on videos. So, hey. We got it started on Sunday afternoon live show.
My wife got me a new pillow for my chair.
I love this pillow. Isn't that hilarious? Walmart.
Is it?
He asked if it was for him.
Is it for me or the dogs?
Or the four-legged? I was like, seriously? Oh, he forgot to turn his phone off.
Probably better than
see who's calling you. So, yeah, I got that at Walmart, along with a pair of jeans. We went to see my parents this weekend. They're like 2 hours west of Fort Worth, and they live there. My sister and brother-in-law also live on a ranch, along with my brother-in-law's uncle, his wife, and my brother-in-law's sister. Like, it's kind of like a family ranch area because my dad owns some property out there anyway, yeah. And anyone who shoots, do y'all shoot guns? Anyone? I got bit.
We don't own any guns, in case anybody asks.
Of course not. No. If Big Brother's listening.
Yeah.
But I was shooting and I hadn't shot in a while. And what did I do? I forgot to, put my hands right, and I got bit. So I just now took the Band-Aids off. So we had a eventful weekend. We went out Friday and came back yesterday. So, and we're here live for y'all. Glad y'all are in the house. Okay. So we will get started with the Lose It to Cruise It update. For those of you, everyone in the chat knows what we're doing, but for those of you who don't, I will link the original video below. We gained quite a bit of weight over the last.
You got to fix my hair.
He fixed his hair for y'all.
Okay, I feel better now.
Since our first cruise after the restart was in September on Symphony of the Seas, and since that cruise, I woke up in June and I was like, what? This got to stop. So back in June, we're on our 15th week now, I believe.
Okay.
We didn't count. We didn't count on the calendar. So we have been getting up at 3:45 a.m., going to I almost said going to the cruise. I feel like that. We've gotten up that early for a cruise. Going to the gym at 4:30 a.m. We do a little weights. I do a little cardio. And then we've been counting our calories on MyFitnessPal and doing all that. So that's what Lose It to Cruise It came from. That's where that came from. That's why if you're new here and the thumbnail that has cruise news kind of large also had me in like a gym picture. Like, what does that have to do with anything? It's because we want to take the stairs on the cruise. We want to be able to walk long distances on excursions and not, be dying or killing ourselves or whatever.
I want to be able to take the stairs.
Right. And not be dying or having to stop partway, breathing, holding on to the railing. Someone asking if you need med.
Somebody give me CPR.
You need to be taken to the med bay. Yeah. Grant Canfield's back in the house. Grant and Sandy are here from San Diego. I'm not sure I know y'all from California.
San Diego
in the house.
Is a beautiful place.
Oh, Mike from Cruise Vet just landed the confession. I gained 6 pounds on the cruise, he says. That'll go away within like 3 days if you just
You're forgiven.
Go back to normal eating. 6 pounds. JJ usually goes up
about 6,
4
7
or
pounds.
5. You do go
about
up
6 or 7 pounds. Yeah.
I usually go up 3 or 4, and then seriously, we come home on Sunday, and by Wednesday, I'm back to where I was usually.
But here's the deal: if I didn't do all the walking that I was doing, it might be double that.
10, 12.
Yeah.
Joanne Smith in the house. Hi guys, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, Joanne.
Thanks for being here. Cruise Vet, the Windjammer was very good to me. I bet it was. And that was on Ovation. Weren't you on Ovation? I think.
Cruise Vet's a VIP member at the Windjammer.
They let him. They're like Norm on
VIP.
Cheers. Yeah. Mike, they all say when he comes into Windjammer.
Yeah, they love military veterans in the Windjammer.
Man, that cruise food. And you know what? I think I've told y'all before what I do. I stop early. I stop my meal early because I'm gonna have dessert. Like I'm gonna have dessert no matter what, because that's my thing. Is having dessert. I could probably eat like all sweets all day long. I might have to stop somewhere.
Let me see. Open your mouth. That's her sweet tooth right there.
All of them. I might have to. I thought he was going to tell me I had lipstick on my teeth. I might chapstick on my teeth. I might have to stop and have like a cracker throughout the 24 hours, throughout the day. But generally, I could eat sweets all day long and be completely happy. So on a cruise, I'm going to have like sweets. I'm going to have dessert. So I am thinking I might as well like stop the lasagna or the steak or the seafood pasta. Yeah, whatever it is I'm eating a little early so I don't literally make myself sick. And I don't come home, in another pant size. So
or 2.
I just stop a little early.
Yeah.
Not early enough to not gain any on a cruise, but So we have been over this past 15 weeks just watching what we eat and
for the most part.
Yes. And tracking our food.
Right.
I have added to my Snap Kitchen Lean Cuisine meals, and they've been pretty good. Actually, I enjoyed the change because I kind of was getting burned out of Snap Kitchen because there's only so many meals that I like and that were in my calorie range. JJ's still going strong with Freshly. He still likes it. And I emailed him to see if I could get like in an affiliate link or something to get in like a partnership program like they call it. And I haven't heard back. So we're not important enough. Oh, well.
We're not big enough.
Welcome to life.
I don't mean we're not big enough. I mean,
right.
The channel's not big.
Who knows why? Yeah. They didn't even respond to like check and see, how many subs I have or whatever. So, yes, Mike just got back yesterday from his cruise, and he said, I've got to start working it back off his 6 pounds. His 6 pounds. Mike, have you moved yet too? I don't think so.
I think he changed his mind.
Oh, are you not selling? Mike was going to sell his house.
Okay.
And he was kind of like, I'm being patient. No big deal. If y'all are hearing a weird sound, it's our dog with his bone on the new flooring. If you've been watching us, we had new flooring recently put in, and we ordered one of those big area rugs, but we don't have it in yet. So
supply chain issues.
Probably.
Well,
it's with the cutter, right? It's with the cutter, but just
supply chain and labor issues.
Yeah. So yes, progress from Lose It to Cruise It this week was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah, but
because
I'm still recovering from my back and neck injury, helping the
20-year-olds,
the 20-year-old grown men move furniture that they quote couldn't move by themselves.
Like they needed the 66-year-old's help.
Yeah. So let me show you how to do this.
Yeah. So since then, a month ago, 5 weeks, I don't know how long it's been.
month ago.
Probably 4 weeks.
I've been doctoring and nursing, and
We're not going to be able to live with that noise. You're going to have to get his bone.
I'm going to go chew on his bone.
So he's been dealing with low, down in the back kind of. He's just been being careful in the gym. And then, of course, this weekend when we went to my parents' house, you know how it is at Mom's house. You don't be on no diet at Mom's house. We ate a little more freely. And so speaking of cruise gain on the scale.
Sorry, y'all.
We had Mom and Dad's house scale gain. So, but we tried to go back. We didn't try. We went back to like the lowest weight from last week. That was literal, without all the water weight, and to give you all the progress. And it's still, not the best. So JJ this week, the Z Show says, eat at Mom's house, no diet whatsoever. Yeah, that's how it is.
And the calories do count, actually.
Yeah, they do. So JJ's progress this week, overall since June, he has lost 11.8. And I think last week
it was 12 something.
Was it 12.2 or something?
So I'm backsliding.
That happens. So
it's life. It's life.
Yeah. We've got 13 days on our cruise countdown.
Right. To get back to.
Yes. 12 days before we leave for Miami. So, so basically we have 2 weeks. We have 2 more weeks of Lose It to Cruise It to get off.
13 days.
To get off. How many more pounds are you shooting for?
How many have I got down?
11.8. You'd like to be back over 12.
My goal was 15, but I'm not sure I can get that.
Probably not with 2 more weeks. Not without eating water and air.
Staple my mouth shut.
It's the water and air diet. Welcome to Lose It to Cruise It, the water and air diet. No way. We're not into that. Diane Allen says she's giving you the thumbs up. Still down, though, so that's the right direction.
Well, it's a lifestyle.
Amen. If you're not going to do a fad diet, then that's kind of what happens. If you're going to do a fad diet, or if you're competing for some physique competition or something, that's different.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
A physique competition? Good luck with that.
Okay, now
talk about air and water.
Yeah, they need to have not an elderly category, an ancient
They
category.
do. They have over 50 categories.
I'd hate to make them look bad.
Oh, so yeah. Okay, so JJ's down 11.8, dealing with his back and a trip to Mom's house. And
I'm out of the furniture moving business, by the way.
Oh, let's hope so.
Okay.
I caught up to him. I have also lost 11.8 since June. I just lost 0.8 this week. And heck, I was happy with that. Not counting the last 2 days. I went from like Thursday because we left Friday. So I'm thinking that's pretty good. Mike says, good job, guys.
We'll give you a gold star.
Yep. Z Show says, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you, Z Show.
Oh, thank you, Z.
Excellent. Yeah, we're getting more like concurrent viewers, like people coming on at one time. And the thumbs up always helps.
Yeah, they do. They do.
YouTube just looks at all the...
What do they call that?
The algorithm.
Algorithm.
YouTube just looks at everything.
That's a 21st century tech god or something?
The algorithm.
Well,
that just means that people don't have to do it.
Correct.
People write the algorithm, but
right.
At least, yeah. Grant Canfields, don't let 3 pounds concern you. Not a large deal. Totally. I agree. Like, not a big deal. And we'll just keep at it. I have really liked getting up. I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth.
Wait.
I know.
Who are you and what do you do with my wife?
I have really liked. I don't like getting up at 3:45. Let me back up and correct. I don't like I like having my workout done at the beginning of the day. That's what I like.
I've been sleeping with a strange woman.
I feel so much better the whole day through. And then when I get home at 5:45, I'm like, well, everything's done. It's all done. Like, what we got to do? I got to eat dinner and go to bed. Basically, that's all I have time to do. That part's kind of irritating. So now that it's gotten cooler,
you switched to chill mode.
I'm not sure. In the evening, yeah. I sit down with Murphy. I don't know where Murphy went. I sit down with Murphy. He's watching the front door to let everybody
Security
know.
guard.
In case anyone comes to the sidewalk. He's going to let everybody know. So Z Show says, what kind of light system do you use for your broadcast? Z Show,
Wait. That is a very technical question.
It's highly technical.
And it's extremely expensive.
Very. I mean, it's humans cannot
do it. You know the little flow. They're it's called a faux plastic faux blinds. Yeah, blinds on our back windows. We just adjust them and allow the natural light to bounce off the ceiling.
I was gonna say it's God's lighting, Z show. That's what I was gonna say.
Well, yeah, if you look at it that way.
That's why I said humans cannot even touch it. It's simply the sun coming in.
Is it okay?
Back windows.
See, does it look okay?
I hope we do have box lights though, Z, for our other shows, our other videos.
Video productions.
That I bought more than a year ago, because this channel first was like a fitness channel. After 40 Fitness is what it was called. And I did some research on starting a YouTube channel, and it was just it took too much work at the time, and I just couldn't keep up with it. But I bought those box lights, and we're really happy now that we have them, because we use them now, and they're not very expensive. Z show, if you want to message me on one of our videos, I'll give you the link to Amazon. I got them from Amazon too. So they're not, but this is just God's creation lighting. It sounds like a company.
Regulated by a mini blind.
God's creation lighting, regulated by, it's not even Levelor. I don't even think they're Levelor.
It's Lowe's.
Yep. Grant says, Sandy wants me to change my last name to Ego. She wants to be Sandy Ego. Sandy Ego.
Egos, like waffles?
Because y'all like
Eggo
waffles? Otherwise, I'm missing the joke, Grant.
I love me some Eggos.
She wants to be Sandy Ego. I'm all about that.
I love Eggo waffles. I'm just telling you.
I love waffles, period. Yeah. Diane says, I gained 20 pounds over the past 2 years. You guys have inspired me. I'm down 8 pounds.
Yeah, Diane, that's what I'm talking about. Don't quit.
Go, girl. High five and fist bump.
Don't quit.
Woohoo. Yeah, man, it's easy, especially after we got through COVID. Like, it was just like, nope, I'm in chill mode. It was just like this is my favorite new sweatshirt. Not to brag, but I totally got out of bed today. I'm, of course, going to wear it on the cruise for those chilly evenings, or, quite frankly, in the theater. I'm going to go,
Yeah, let me tell you another side benefit of losing weight. Having had 4 knee surgeries in 9 months, 20 some odd years ago, it's 4-to-1 ratio. For every pound that you lose on your body, it's 4 pounds of pressure on your knees.
Off your joints.
So if you lose 10 pounds of body weight, it's like 40 pounds of pressure off your knee joints. If you lose 20, it's 80 pounds, and so on and so on. So,
oh yeah,
your knees will thank you.
I work with a guy who basically his doctor said, you need both knees replaced, and we need to do it like next week. Ooh. And he was like, hey, doc, will it help if I lose weight? And he's lost over 100 pounds. I mean, he calls it the Auschwitz diet. He calls it the Auschwitz diet.
That's not funny.
Like, that's not good. I don't ask him questions because, he's doing his own thing. And so, but he has taken it off. And the doc still said, nope, you're still going to have it. So, but surgery will be easier at least with all that weight taken off. So Diane Allen says,
trying to pay for a cruise.
San Diego.
Oh, gay.
See, Diane had Grant posted something and then attracted it.
We're a little slow, brother. We're a little slow.
San Diego from San Diego.
I get it.
Sorry, like I'm reading it like for word on the screen, and I'm just like, there's a joke there that I know I'm not getting. Yeah. I know. So
I tell you what, it would make a good T-shirt though.
I'm San Diego from San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bumper sticker.
How sad is that? That's the kind of week it's been though, kind of for us, that we had to have a joke explained to us. Kind of that week. You've had those weeks, yeah. Okay. Starting with cruise news.
Hot off the press.
Look at that. And without even me cueing you.
No cue.
You're on it.
I'm professional.
On it.
Don't try it at home.
On it.
I got it going on.
Okay. As of October 2nd, 2022, Canada. Okay. Canada. We don't know the rest of the song.
That was terrible.
That was terrible. We may have people dropping off now. It's like, oh no, are they going to sing? No. Yeah, we
Our
have
Canadian
to get
friend
Scott.
just left the house.
Yeah, Scott's like, woo, Sherry, sorry, I'm out. That's going to go.
Stick to what you know. It ain't.
Canada ends all testing requirements for everybody, and masks on transportation are over. And I noticed at the beginning when folks who were in the chat were chatting with each other that Mike Cruise Vet mentioned through his whole trip. He just got back from an Alaskan cruise, and through his whole trip, nobody asked for a vax card. Nobody said anything about masks. Someone else I read this morning said that all the signs were still up in the airport, but employees didn't have theirs on. Nobody is enforcing it, and clearly they made the big announcement that October 1st it was over. So
which airport?
I don't know where Mike went into.
Probably Seattle.
He was cruising out of Seattle, so
he
yeah.
went into Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, that TSA is different. Seattle, that's America. They may still require you to have a mask on. I don't know.
Oh, he came back into Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, he flew. I think that's where he ended up. He started in Seattle and then made his little cruise trip. And
do I have to wear my mask on Southwest?
No.
Good.
No, we haven't flown since April, and we were still wearing them then. So that's why he's asking. So
felt like Darth Vader.
No more ArriveCan. No more ArriveCan. Anyone who's dealt with that app will say, "Praise the Lord, thank you."
Darth Vader.
Yeah. For what? Oh, the masks. Yeah. No more ArriveCan. Reporting for Alaska cruises, the stop in Canada. So even if you're leaving from Seattle, you still had to do it because you were porting in Alaska. I mean, you're reporting in Canada. Yeah. And Canada just now stopped all their protocols. So
yay!
Woohoo! Someone else who just ended protocols. Story number 2, Barbados.
Oh, yeah.
And except for, so Barbados ends all COVID protocols for entry, regardless of vax status. So if you're going to Barbados on a cruise or any other reason, you don't have to abide by all the protocols. Masks are optional, except for persons working in and visiting healthcare facilities, nursing homes, hospitals, senior citizen homes, persons traveling on public transportation. And for persons who are COVID positive. I don't know why you're going to be out and about if you're COVID positive,
really?
But if you are in Barbados, you still have to wear a mask. And if you're on public transportation in Barbados, so if you're stopping on a cruise, you're taking a bus or something somewhere to an excursion, still got to wear a mask as of October 22 in Barbados. Their country, their rules. So, yes, Mike says, Cruise Vet says it was Vancouver. The cruise ended in Vancouver. Yeah.
Copy that.
The airport, everybody's clear. Everybody's clear. Okay. Cruise news number 3. I thought this was interesting. P&O Cruises, which we've never cruised on P&O, has added a selection of Scandinavia and Baltic Sea itineraries.
What's P&O stand for?
I do not know.
Pacific and Orient.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. Well, someone can Google and correct us.
Yeah.
Pacific and Orient?
I think so.
Okay. They have added the Scandinavia and Baltic Sea itineraries for 2024 that include overnight stays in Helsinki, Copenhagen, and Stockholm. I like saying Copenhagen. Sample itineraries include 14 and 16-night sailings. What? Post office.
Mark the Shark, post office.
Mark's like, P.O., like my P.O. box, like a P and an O, a post in office.
Yeah, he and I'd get along well.
Post office. I think it is. Actually, that sounds right, but one of y'all can Google it for me. If anybody cares, they can Google it and correct
Thank
us.
you for the chuckle, Mark.
Yeah, so I just thought that would be Scandinavia and Baltic Sea, all the Copenhagen and Helsinki. I thought that would be interesting to try. One on our bucket list. We're getting our first bucket list going to Alaska next year. So that's our first bucket list. We just talked to a friend who, how many times had they been?
He lost count at 6.
14?
Oh,
No.
no. You mean to Alaska?
9?
Nine
What did he
times,
say?
7 or 9 times.
Just before the live, he was talking to a friend
Yeah.
he hadn't talked to in a while.
Yeah.
And he was telling them, hey, we're fixing to do this live. We have a cruise channel, blah, blah, blah. And he was saying, yeah, we love to cruise. And Jake's like, oh, how many have you been on? And he was like,
they lost count at 60.
We lost count at 60. And then we mentioned Alaska, and he's like, yeah, we love it. We've been, I think he said 9.
I said, 14. We've been on 17.
Yeah. You see, it sounds so minuscule when someone's been on 60.
You go back, yeah. Okay. You haven't even made,
yeah.
You haven't even made the junior varsity team.
No, you're not even a walk on.
Yeah.
You're not even there.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
So yeah, try P&O. Try looking up their itineraries if you're interested in some exotic locations. That would be Cruise Vet, Mike, who's retired. You can go anywhere you want now, Mike, remember? Okay, maybe so. Maybe P&O for you. Okay, then to the, I don't know where Sydney, Australia is from Scandinavia and Baltic Seas.
Oh, you scared me there for a minute.
Is it around the globe or nearby? I don't know. Isn't that sad? I have an advanced degree and I have no idea. I know it's closer than America, right?
What is?
Scandinavia and the Baltic Seas are closer to Sydney, Australia than America is to Sydney, Australia. Yes. Yes, Europe, because they're in Europe, and Europe is closer to Australia than we are.
Are you informing us or asking us?
I'm telling you, aren't I right? I'm asking for confirmation for geography class. Oh, so Carnival Splendor departed Sydney, Australia on her first Australian passenger cruise in 3 years. Seriously. 3 years. And the Splendor has over 3,500 passengers on board. They just departed Sydney, Australia. 3 years, folks. Can you imagine? Some folks were like literally shut down for 2 years if you were living in some states. 3 years, like zero other human interaction. I have friends who are fitness coaches, and they are from Australia, and they've been living in Bali.
The land down under.
They went to Bali, and then I think the country shut down. Australia may have shut down. I'm not sure if they couldn't get back or they just chose not to go back.
Because Australia shut down.
May have been, actually. It may have been. But they were just like, we ain't going back to whatever. Yeah. Shut down communist Australia. So they stayed in Bali, which is pretty much open. Yeah. So Carnival Splendor out of Sydney.
Check that out. Grant.
Yes, we did Copenhagen, Helsinki, Estonia in May. My favorite so far. I bet. That sounds amazing.
I never told you this.
Me?
When I
lived with the world.
Should we discuss this off camera first?
I don't know what you're going to say. So
when I was in high school, we had an Estonian family who lived.
You did tell me that. Was
a neighbor in New Jersey. In Somerset, New Jersey.
You did tell me that because you said she was a pretty large girl.
No. She was a swimmer.
Yeah, like shoulders.
Yeah,
she was an athlete.
Yeah, she was an athlete.
Yeah.
And what a sweet family. In fact, the son is still a Facebook friend of mine.
There you
go.
Boy, Grant, who did y'all cruise on for that? Copenhagen, Helsinki, and Estonia.
Yeah.
In May, just this past May. That's awesome. Diane says, I've only done 5 cruises. I'm in the Little League. Only 5. But think about it, Diane. We say things like that. I've only done 5. For people who aren't able to go or can't afford it or for whatever reason, they can't get off work. They're like, 5 cruises? Wow, you've been on 5 cruises?
Some people never get to go on a cruise.
Yeah. So nobody is Little League in all things Wagner world.
No.
When it comes to cruising.
Nope.
If you've been on one cruise, heck, you're doing better than some people.
Your family.
In the travel world.
Like it or not, your family.
There you go. You're stuck with all things Wagner. Sail away crew. Jan. Oh, enjoyed watching. We're headed to church. Have a great week. You too, Jan.
Pray for Florida. Don't forget.
Thanks for stopping in.
And Uvalde.
Yeah. Grant said Royal. He went to Scandinavia on Royal.
Which ship? Excellent.
Okay, so we'll get an answer from Grant on which ship on Royal. And go on to our next cruise news story.
All right.
Another hotel brand getting into the cruise business. I forgot what the last one was. We reported on that. Of course, Virgin is not a hotel brand, but when they got in, everyone was like, what? You're like a airline.
They do have an airline and
Oh,
a
it was
hotel and cruise.
Oh, which hotel was it? I completely forgot.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago. We reported on that. So the second one is Four Seasons. The Four Seasons is launching its own cruise line called Four Seasons Yachts.
Is Frankie Valli singing?
Oh, ba-doom-ching. The first ship will launch in 2025. The ship will have 14 decks.
Ooh.
And I thought this was amazing, y'all. So the average cruise cabin is around 185 square feet. Like, you just get a regular balcony or whatever, on Royal or Carnival or
Interior
Norwegian.
rooms are a little smaller than that.
Yeah, 185 square feet. This ship will have 14 decks, and all the staterooms will be suites starting at 581 square feet.
At a price tag of $1,000 a day.
You do not know that.
I don't know that.
He doesn't know the price. But they're starting at 581 square feet, and they go all the way up to over 9,000 square feet.
But I can tell you, if it's Four Seasons,
oh, it's going to be expensive.
It's not going to be any $59 a night room.
You going to pay, brothers and sisters.
But
yes,
yeah,
for the Four Seasons. But at 581 square foot suite, like that's what it's at. That's the lowest price.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lowest you got. All the rooms will be suites starting at 581. Okay.
Have you seen any of their resorts, Four Seasons?
Well, sure. Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Fancy.
Beautiful.
I'm telling you. So I'm sure their cruise ships will be very
first
similar.
class.
Yep.
Voyager. Okay.
Oh,
there
wow.
you go.
Okay. Yeah. They send some of those, I'm going to say smaller compared to, Oasis class.
Well, no, wait.
Over to Europe.
There was a time when Voyager was one of the largest ships
Absolutely,
in the world.
there was.
So don't be hating.
There's a time when their very first ship was the largest.
Yeah. Titanic. We're not going to talk about that.
Z Show says, I would put the Four Seasons on my bucket list. That is a bucket list item. Yep. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Okay. Story 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Story number 6. Okay. What is Carnival charging for now? We already reported on this a few weeks ago that they were going to be charging now for room service. And sure enough, the menu is out. And there are things that used to be like completely free that are now not free. Several food items on the Carnival room service list. Royal earlier, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months, Royal started charging the service fee.
To bring food to the room.
Like $7.50.
I get it. I get that.
Right. They lost a buttload of money, y'all.
I get that.
Over the shutdown. All the cruise lines did. So I get it. They have to find somewhere to
recover.
Either cut back or add more.
They're trying to recover.
Something that used to be free that we got to start charging you for.
We're trying to recover financially.
So Royal added the service fee, but that means if there's 4 people in the room, you can order however much you want that was free on Royal, and it's $7.50.
Correct. Correct.
They weren't charging a la carte. I mean, who knows now that this is done on Carnival?
Royal they set a precedent?
They may. So the service menu's out. Continental breakfast items are still free, at least.
Is that a breakfast, really?
I know. I don't think so because there's no protein.
Yeah. What do y'all think? Is continental breakfast really a breakfast?
Ain't no meat. Ain't no protein.
It's if I want a snack, Anyway, that's just me.
Yeah. If you just don't want to leave your room and you just want a free breakfast because you don't want to leave yet, you're hungover maybe, I don't know, or you're sunburned and you don't feel good, or you're seasick, who knows. So the continental breakfast items are still free. Breakfast sandwiches, however, that used to be free are now $5 with Murphy in the background, $5 to $6.
My attack dog is on the loose.
So the breakfast sandwiches, which, let's just say you're going with the $6 breakfast sandwich and you have yourself and your partner and your 2 kids in the cabin. Okay. So you got 4 people in the cabin. You want 4 breakfast sandwiches, $6, $24. What I don't know is if they're charging a service fee on top of the cost of the food, but that's like a $24 breakfast.
Well, it cost me that much to go to Old South this morning.
But you haven't already paid for a cruise.
That's true.
many things.
Yeah, I didn't have an entrance fee to get in the door.
Yeah, and that used to be free. That used to be included.
Yeah.
The breakfast sandwiches used to be free.
Right.
So that's a bummer. Lunch is dishes that are approximately, let's see, salads are $5 to $6. Sandwiches are $5 to $7. Snack foods like chicken wings and shrimp are $3 to $8. The shrimp is $8. And
chicken wings. Do you like chicken wings?
I know. I'm not a chicken.
There's no meat on a chicken wing.
I'm not a chicken wings fan, and it's all messy. Like it's kind of like ribs, though. I'm not a rib fan either. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work for a little bit of meat.
You know what you call a boneless chicken?
What?
An egg.
Okay, I'll give you a badum-ching for that.
I like eggs.
Oh, okay. So lunch, yeah, sandwiches $5 to $7, snack foods $3 to $8, and desserts are $3 to $5. So
somebody
PA Conrail in the house just booked an inexpensive junior suite on the grandeur of the season November to push us to the emerald level before going on to the wonder. Getting emerald in the house. Yeah.
On Wonder.
Yes.
Hey.
I thought, Scott, you were here earlier.
Rambling was here earlier.
Scott came in earlier and then probably had to leave, and he's back. Hey, Scott. Scott says, okay, guys, I'll be consuming lots of wings in January at the pub.
Well,
we'll forgive you if you like wings.
Pub life is a little different. Wings are appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
There's an exception in
about anything at a pub.
Absolutely,
it's forgivable.
Exactly. Whatever happens at the pub stays at the pub. And
just because I don't like wings, I'm not a wings lover judger, Scott.
Right.
I'm not judging you.
Right.
No judgment. It's a judgment-free zone regarding wings.
It's a safe zone right here.
It's a safe wing zone, even though we don't do wings.
That poor chicken, though, running around within you.
Oh, no, it's too much. It's too much. So, yeah, if you're cruising Carnival coming up, or if you used to love, maybe you have a late night and the next day is a port day and you liked just chilling out in your room with free or included room service
or chicken wings.
Not anymore. Not anymore on Carnival. It's kind of disappointing. But again, what are you going to do? Well, they're trying to recoup all the lost revenue. Okay.
Just be thankful that we're there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You're already on a cruise. So let's just start there. Yep. Yes, he says, we will sit and have a Coke and pub food. Well, you won't be having a Coke, Scott, because don't you have the drink package? I thought you were like going full bore.
Well, if Scott's
their first cruise.
If Scott's buying, I'm having a Coke.
Oh, okay. You can't share your drink package, sir.
We won't tell anybody.
Okay. I think Carnival is sinking slowly. Pardon the pun, Scott. I don't know. I think this is what I think.
I hope not.
Carnival is usually less expensive, not always. If you know how to shop, and I'll put a video down below about how to save money on cruises for those who maybe are newer. But if you don't shop around and you just go and maybe compare one or two cruises, Carnival appears to be much less expensive and therefore better for the budget. And so a lot of new cruisers, that's their entry level to cruising is Carnival.
Our first two were Carnival.
Absolutely. And that's all we knew. And then we did Norwegian for our third one. And then since then it's been Royal. And so, but once we got on Norwegian, we were like, oh, okay, well, this is different and we like it. That was just our preference. Some people love Carnival and are, loyal to Carnival and will never change. Good for them. Heck, we're talking about how blessed we are to be on cruises at all.
You like Baskin Robbins?
I do like
They have 30 some odd flavors of ice cream. There's a reason for that.
Absolutely. There's however many cruise lines.
There you go.
For everybody's taste and preferences.
There you go.
And, seriously, once you get kind of started with the VIP, now that we're Diamond on Royal, there's a few perks. There's drink vouchers that we use for our virgin drinks and our, what do you have, a soda? Fresh squeezed orange juice,
No, I have premium coffee.
Oh, he gets as good. Yeah. Because usually pay for coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get this fresh squeezed orange juice and a virgin
pina colada.
Yeah. Those were good.
Every now and then a virgin strawberry daiquiri.
Yeah. So
I like the little umbrellas.
Yeah, Mark the Shark is saying, look at the stock market, not good at all. Yeah,
No.
they like.
Oh, I haven't seen it today. I don't want to look.
Well, he's talking about cruise numbers because
Yes.
like I watch cruise radio. Mark, you may also too. Where at the end of every video, he's given them, and he was like, I don't remember what adjectives he used, but he was like, well, the stock market not looking good, and then all three had just like plummeted. All three cruise lines that he reports on had really gone down. Not
Was
good.
Royal one of them?
Royal, yes, Royal and Carnival and Norwegian are the three that he reports the stocks on every day, and they had all plummeted. But I think Carnival did plummet more. Yeah. And Z Show says, yeah, I think Carnival has the cheapest drink package. You know, Z, I think that Carnival does it one price instead of per cruise. I don't know. Someone who cruises Carnival can tell us.
I don't know.
Because Norwegian does it one price. We're learning because we're going in January. And because Royal does it per cruise. Because when someone on the Royal, Facebook groups asks, hey, is so-and-so a good price for a drink package? Or what's the price of the drink package? I'm cruising in, whatever, in November. It's like it's different for every sailing.
So you're saying it's different for every ship.
Every sailing could
Depends
have a
on
different
the ship and the
supply and demand.
Gotcha.
So Royal just responds to supply and
market.
demand, yes,
okay,
on their drink package and dining packages too. I mean, you kind of never know. They stay generally within an area, within a price range. But
there's expensive and then there's ridiculous.
Yeah, Norwegian doesn't. I believe Norwegian doesn't shift. Yeah, Z Show says, I think Carnival stocks are the lowest since 1992.
Oh, boy.
Grant adds, if you own 100 shares of Carnival stock, you can get onboard credit, which now is worth as much as the shares over a couple of cruises. Yeah. Cruise, but Mike says they gave me 2 half-off drink coupons for Platinum. Well, okay. And Platinum is like, was that the second level, I think? I think Gold
second
is maybe...
or third.
Gold is maybe like one cruise. Platinum, I think, is right before Emerald, maybe, if I'm right, Mike. Hey, I'm surprised they gave you those. I mean, I'm kind of shocked. I didn't know they were giving out drink coupons. So that's a good deal. Yeah.
Well, it's all about customer loyalty.
Yeah. Scott with Rambling with the Brums says, with the way waters coming, wait to buy stocks. With the wavy waters coming, like uncertain, wait to buy stocks for 2 to 4 months. You will make lots on Carnival. Yeah, I agree. You buy when it's low. That's the rule of the
buy
stock
low,
market.
sell high.
Buy low, sell high.
Just like real estate.
I don't even do the stock market, and I know that.
Just like real estate.
Now that it's dropped, get in now.
Yep.
Mark the Shark says, thank God I'm Pinnacle. I don't have to worry about anything else. Oh my gosh, Mark. Then how many were you here earlier? We're talking about that friend of ours who's done more than 60. How many cruises have you done, Mark, to get Pinnacle?
He's over 100.
And you're not 80. Are you 80, Mark? Are you 80 years old? The Pinnacles. You must start cruising as a child. Seriously, the Pinnacles that I see, they all have their little, Pinnacle pin on, and they're coming out of the...
Hey.
They're coming out of the elevator, and...
That's not true.
They ain't got no teeth.
That's not true.
They got no teeth.
They are some of the sharpest people I've ever...
Excuse me, ma'am. Seriously. Right. To get Pinnacle.
That's not true.
Yes.
They are well dressed. They are well groomed. They are beautiful people.
No, I'm not saying they're not beautiful. I'm just saying they old. Like, it takes a long time to get Pinnacle. So I'm wondering how old Mark is.
They're not decrepit.
Mark says, I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, my mom works for Royal Caribbean. So I guess she has. So you started cruising as a child, evidently. Is that it? That sounds like it. So Scott Rambling with the Brum says Carnival is at 7.03 per share right now. You could buy some Carnival.
$7.03 a share?
You could buy some Carnival and clean up.
Man.
Clean up. Okay.
Maybe I ought to buy 100 shares.
That was the stock market portion of Sail Away Crew Live.
No additional charge for that.
No charge.
Thank you. Scott. Thank you, Scott.
Giving us the report. Royal is $37.50. Oh my goodness.
Well,
that's a big difference.
But that's low. That's still low for Royal.
But that's a big difference. $37.50 and $7.03.
Yeah.
Oops.
Maybe we ought to buy 100 shares of Carnival.
In fact, Cruise Radio just reported today that Carnival said they had been discounting cruises since the restart and that was going to end. So that might not should end. I'm not sure.
Well,
They didn't ask me.
yeah, they're going to have to end it because they need the money.
Yeah,
they need cash
need
flow
to get back
and
to
everybody
yeah,
else is back to 100%, and they're getting retail. So.
definitely. Yes, Mark the Shark says yes. He's been cruising since he was a
NCL
wee
is at
lad.
11:36.
A wee lad. Well, Royal is popping the ceiling.
Well, but
at
still low for Royal.
Right. Okay, next cruise news story. Holland America did a very cool thing, I thought. They created a health protocol search page that makes it easy to see what's required for your sailing. So you can just go on if you're cruising Holland America, HAL, Hal. If you're cruising Hal.
What's up, Hal?
What's up, Hal? You can just go on, put in your sailing, your ship, and your date, and they'll tell you, as opposed to like having to click on the top link, that all the cruise lines have about protocols, and then searching through for your port and your, date and your ages and all that stuff. So I thought that was pretty sharp.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So just plug in your sailing information. It tells you what's required for your ship and your date.
It's good customer
service.
Go
Hal. Go Hal. Go Hal. Okay. And we also wanted to share with y'all something we're doing in October, this month. Oh, wow. It's this month.
It's this month.
We're cruising in 13 days.
It's this month.
What we're doing at the end of our upcoming cruise, and it's called Hotel for a Day. I posted it on our Facebook page. I think that's where I put it. We have a Facebook group, by the way.
Yes.
If you're not a member of the Facebook group
and
you
what's
like
it called?
to talk about cruising, it's called All Things Wagner Sail Away Crew. One word, sail away. All Things Wagner Sail Away Crew.
On Facebook.
Yes, on Facebook. So come join. And especially those of you who are in here a lot and are like cruise experts,
right?
Like you can help answer questions for newbies. That's what we want the group to be.
And for us.
And for us, that's for sure. Because we'll be going to Alaska that we've never been to. So we'll have questions. So this upcoming cruise, our flight coming home does not leave until 6:35 p.m. And y'all all know, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm going to have to wipe my nose. Isn't it awful to do on a live?
How wooed.
That's what you get with live.
How wooed.
I keep trying to nonchalantly wipe, and it's not helping, and then I'm scratching, and I'm just like.
At least you weren't digging for gold.
Take a break and wipe the nose. Okay, we're done with the break.
Yep.
So we fly out at 6:35 p.m. from Miami Airport, which means, you get off the ship. We self-disembark, folks. We're getting off early. We're getting off at 8 a.m. I mean, we're getting off whenever we want, but we'll be staying on a little longer this time because there's no rush to get off, especially when we're leaving from Galveston because we're driving. We get off we are up, bags ready. We're heading to the door, self-disembark. Right. So for people who may not know what self-disembarkation is, that means you carry your own bags off. So your choices are self-disembarkation.
I'm the mule.
I carried 2 bags.
You do.
Or 1 bag, depending on how many we take.
Right.
Okay. So your 2 choices are self-disembarkation, which means you just pack up your bags whenever you want and you roll them off the ship the next morning. The morning you have to get off.
Right.
You walk off the ship with your own bags.
Yeah.
And
this is for newbies. Our veterans.
Yeah, people who don't know. All these people here know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But people who may not know, the other choice is the night before your last day, the night before you have to get off the ship, you have to pack up all your bags and leave them in the hallway outside your cabin. And then the crew gets them at 2 a.m. I don't know what time they get them. Everybody's asleep.
Yeah. While you're sleeping.
They take them down to the port
right.
and they stack them up. And then the next morning you leave the ship at your appointed time. You have a designated, most cruise lines, you have a designated time. Some you can just leave, but if they're organized at all, you got a designated time. And then you walk off the ship, you go get into the terminal and you have to search for your bags. Some of them are more organized than others. They're arranged by either VIP group, or cabin numbers.
Location in the ship.
Yeah. Decks, deck 8, deck 7, deck 8, So you have to find your bags and then you can go through customs and leave the terminal.
Right.
So ever since I was able to pack us light enough, that took a few cruises. I'll just have to be honest about that.
We're still learning.
Yeah. That we could roll off ourselves, that we could self-disembark. We've been taking off our own luggage. We just have been. I mean, it's just, you can leave whenever you want. I can't imagine having to like leave my bags out in the hallway because you got like toiletries and all that stuff. You got to get ready in the morning. I don't know. I guess some people just.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Put a hat on, brush your teeth. And you got to keep your toothbrush. You can't put your toothbrush in your bag. It's already gone. It's out in the hallway. So we like self-disembarkation. So that's what we do. So this cruise, we will self-disembark still. So we'll be getting off the ship at 9. We're going to try to stay until 9. We're going to try to just like have a leisurely breakfast, sleep in. But I think most ships want you off by 9. So we will stay as long as we can. And then we have made a reservation at a hotel, again, to get back to the subject, hotel for a day.
That's a trip to get to the subject.
Well, you know me.
Yeah.
That's
how I
roll. That's how I roll. You're going to have a little story. You're talking to Sherry. You're going to have a little story. So we went online, and I didn't know with whom to book. So I just searched hotel for a day, and several websites popped up. So I did a little poking around, little comparing. We'll look at the hotels, go back to TripAdvisor, look at the hotel.
You did some research.
I did a little bit. It didn't take a whole lot. Maybe, an hour and a half or something of poking around and research. And that's not even solid. That's not even sitting there solid. So went to TripAdvisor, kind of looked at the hotels that these different websites were offering, the hotel for a day website. And we ended up choosing, drumroll, hotelsbyday.com. Hotels with an S, hotelsbyday.com. And we are staying at the DoubleTree by Hilton at the Miami airport from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So most of the sites will give you a time frame. Some of them were charging more for a longer time frame, obviously.
Right.
And it is just exactly what it says during the day. So you get off the cruise ship. We're going to have to take an Uber. It's like $20. I estimated it's going to be like $20
roughly
to get from the cruise port to the hotel. And then you check in like usual. They have it under your name, like a usual hotel reservation. And most of them, if not all of them that I checked on, had 10 a.m. as the check-in time. So you can't get there before, you might could find one, can't get there before 10 a.m. And then you stay until the checkout time. Ours, in this case, is we have to leave by 4 p.m. anyway, because we got to be at the airport,
by 4 p.m.
TSA says 2 hours ahead of time, but it's on.
I'm a rule follower.
I know he does that. It's on the airport. It's right by the airport property. It's right next to the airport property. And bonus, this hotel has an included airport shuttle, a free airport shuttle. So
to take you to your terminal.
Yeah, that's a bonus. So it's on the airport right near the airport property, and they have that, the free shuttle. So we skipped an Uber cost. We have to Uber from the cruise port to the hotel, but then it's free from the hotel to the airport.
Good job.
The other choices that we had looked at were a car rental, which, wow, we rented a car. Was that in April?
Yes.
From the Wonder in Fort Lauderdale. We rented a car for $81.
Budget.
Through budget. They picked us up at the cruise port and took us to the car rental shop. We got the car. We left. We dropped the car off at the airport.
Correct.
It was easy peasy. It was beautiful for $81. That was pretty good. And then we, did some stuff in between. We did some more restaurants and touring in between.
Sure.
With the car, and all of our luggage was in the car, of course, easy peasy. We went to check in Miami, and it might be the city. It might be the difference in towns. I don't know.
Location.
Wasn't it over $100?
Oh, yeah.
And was that wasn't even dropping it off at the airport?
No.
Yeah, that was not dropping off at the airport. So we were going to have to we were going to have to Uber from the cruise port to the car rental
car agency.
Get the car,
pay
drive
an
around.
Exorbitant amount of money for the rental car.
Go back to the rental car place to dump it off.
And then get another Uber to the airport.
I mean, that would have been 20, 40. It would have been like $160, $180.
Well, the total deal with taxes and everything would have run us with Ubers both ways probably about $250 to $300.
You think it's going to be that much?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought Ubers were like $20 both ways, but anyway, it was much more than this hotel for a day. So we decided if we wanted to go somewhere else during the day there, that we could ask for an Uber or Lyft. Sure. I'm saying Uber and I mean Lyft too. It's
either one.
Yeah, either one. LYFT if you're not familiar with the other company.
Right.
So.
Or we could walk.
I don't know if there are some restaurants around right there on the outer skirts of the airport.
After I
did a Google map, to see like where restaurants are around that hotel, and we'll probably walk.
After I take my old man nap to digest some of my cruise food.
Seriously, because we will have eaten breakfast on the ship, and then we Uber to the hotel. We'll probably nap. I mean, you got like 6 hours. You got 6 hours to kill before you leave for the airport.
I could take a nap and shower before getting a bite to eat to go to the airport.
You probably would have showered that morning.
Yeah, but you know me, I like to fix my hair before I fly.
He does like to poof and puff. Yeah. I don't know that those are words.
Scott laughed about you wiping your nose. I can't believe you did that, LOL.
Let's see. Let's go back up to Mark.
PA says, when it comes to your teeth, gum.
Gum. Yeah, no need to brush. Pack your toothpaste. Pack your toothbrush.
And
you didn't go up far enough. Mark the Shark says, yes, I've been cruising since I was 5 years old. And by the way, yes, I have all my teeth and I have all my hair still. I have a job.
Oh, that hurt my feelings.
I was just asking. Mark.
He has all his hair.
No offense. You're Pinnacle. So you got to ask.
That is funny.
LMAO. Yeah, you know what I mean, Mark. You've seen those Pinnacles. Do y'all have like a Pinnacle Club? Is there like a separate Pinnacle Lounge? Or the thing that Royal does is they have like the guests where they introduce all the Pinnacles.
Royal is Pinnacle.
I know. So it's like.
Yeah, they did that.
But do they have like a special lounge? That's what I meant. When I say Pinnacle Club, I meant a Pinnacle Lounge.
Well,
for the Pinnacles.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
They may.
Yeah.
But it's Mark, like when they introduce all the Pinnacles, it's like Mark, who's like 50,
you remember
55,
the wonder,
and it's like all the
Wonder of the Seas.
All the others.
The captain.
The Wonders had the full, and they like gave plaques too.
Yeah.
They gave plaques to some of the Pinnacles. So
they paid a lot of money for that plaque.
It's Mark. Here's the Pinnacle line. It's Mark and the Rest Home crew.
Yeah. They give you a $20 plaque and you spent $200,000 with the company. So.
Ooh, well, Mark's mama did.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I can't believe you did that. Yeah, Scott, you got to wipe. You got to wipe sometimes. Hotel bidet. It does not have a bidet.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been there yet.
It does not have a bidet. It's a DoubleTree by Hilton. So I don't think DoubleTree. I mean, it's got Hilton in the name, but I don't think it has a bidet.
We'll report on that later.
Mike with Cruise Vet says that's a good idea. I didn't know you could do that. Right, Mike. Okay, right. So we're going to do a full video on the hotel by day. That's what I thought too. I thought, hey, that's a good video idea. One, we need a place to take a nappers. Or maybe some more pool time because
you won't get enough sun on an 8-day cruise.
Well, this is why, folks. And those of you who have channels know that when you're cruising, you got to vlog. And so
Mark the Shark's cracking up. It's
not very entertaining to vlog me lying by the pool for 2 hours.
No.
It's not very entertaining.
No.
So we don't spend as much time by the pool as we used to because, we want to show y'all all the fun stuff there is to do on the cruise ship.
I'm a man of action.
Maybe I'll be out by the pool at the hotel for a day and you'll be napping or showering.
Or I might be in the water chilling.
If you felt the need to take a second shower. Oh, PA Conrail, hotel by day bidet. Hotel by day bidet. Is that like a website? I wonder. It may be a website. If you are prone to needing or wanting a bidet.
Hey, it's a new
PA Conrail.
It's a new business model.
There you go. Hotel by day bidet.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Grant Canfield, good one too. Their Texas accent ruins subtle puns.
Ruins what?
It does. Subtle puns.
Yeah. Does.
We try.
Yeah.
We try, Grant.
Yeah.
Some video I did recently, Grant, you'll get a kick out of this. I was listening to myself back on the video, of course, as I'm editing it, and I'm like, wow, that word does not usually have that long of an I. And I had strung it out. I don't remember which word it was, but I had strung it out.
You think she's bad, you should hear some of her kin folks.
Woo, man, I got some Texas family.
I love them to death, but they's country.
So,
I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, they're the best people.
I
in the
love
world.
my in-laws.
You know,
boy.
country
Look
folks.
here, if I was in trouble, they'd be some of the first folks I call.
There you go. So hotels by day. This is the price. Our hotel room for the 6 hours was $69, and then of course they have to add on the occupancy tax and service fee. So out the door it was $81.
That's not bad.
Right.
4 hours.
So that's the same price as we paid
Is
for
it 4 hours?
the car rental. It's 6.
6 hours. That's
10,
not bad at all.
10 to 4, right? 10, 11,
Right.
12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 hours.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So, and we'll add, $20. We're guessing $20 on there for an Uber to the hotel.
Sure.
I thought that was pretty good deal. The other option that someone told us about, maybe on the Facebook page, was Turo.com. Turo.com.
Turo.
And it is a page kind of like an Airbnb, but people rent out their vehicles for the day. I don't know what kind of insurance is involved in that. Although the Turo website did say, this is how you check in. You put your information, your dates, and you check your car and your protection plan.
Yeah. What flavor protection plan do you want?
You have to choose your protection plan. So
Vanilla,
I'm sure,
strawberry, chocolate.
Yeah. $100, $200. I don't know. I don't know what the protection plan includes, but people are renting you their car. So
Correct.
Somebody has to pay for part of the cover, the insurance coverage, just like a rental company, a commercial rental company. But it appears to be much like Airbnb. So, where Airbnb is kind of responsible for if something happens when you're
Right.
staying in an Airbnb.
Right.
It looked like Turo was also taking on the responsibility, part of the legal responsibility for if something is crazy about this car or this person or whatever. But that's another option. If you don't want to rent a car or it's just too expensive,
Check Turo.
Yeah. Turo, Turo, Turo.com. Thought that was a
good option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grant says 2-syllable with only one vowel. That's how we roll. That's how we roll up in here. Diane says, that was me. I suggested Turo. We used it in Anchorage, Alaska, so we could do more sightseeing before our flight left at midnight. Midnight? Oh, wow. You did. So it was a good experience, Diane. You think? Was it good? Was it freaky? Was it creepy? Was it like an Airbnb? You're staying in someone else's house. What's the big deal? You're using someone else's car. Or kind of like Uber. I mean, you're in someone else's car, and the good ones will have the air fresheners going on and they'll be clean and they'll be vacuumed, I was reminded about how bad an Uber or a Lyft can be watching Cobra Kai.
Oh,
Netflix, all you Karate Kid fans, all you 80s kids out there. I know there's some there. Y'all are out there. Cobra Kai is the extension of Karate Kid, the sequel. I was thinking prequel. It's not a prequel, it's a sequel.
She gets so excited over the simplest
on Netflix.
things.
I watch it when I'm on the elliptical at the gym, and it's awesome because every other scene is somebody fighting. So I like it. But Johnny Lawrence, who was the bully in the original, is now kind of like a white trash Johnny Lawrence. And
he's the old guy.
He's trying to do Uber, and he's like cussing at people and like throwing, empty fry containers at them. And
good family entertainment.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It was pretty funny. But it made me know reminded me how good Uber can be because people, take care of their cars and vacuum and put the air freshener up and all that.
Sure.
So Diane says, not creepy, highly recommended.
There you go.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you, Diane.
Old school sub girl. Yes. Giving us the Turo information. In fact, you know what I'm probably going to do?
That was worth a stop by our YouTube channel just for that info.
Just for hotel for a day. That's what you search for. And then Turo.com.
Yeah.
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 I think I'm probably going to go check prices though, Diane. Now that we've talked about it for Turo and see which we like. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm liking the nap.
He's liking the hotel for a day. So I guess we're staying. But for the hotel for a day video, I might do a comparison.
There you go.
And let folks know, hey, this is another option, Turo.com. There you go. Okay. Free advice. Don't forget to like. Thank you, PA Conrail. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button, y'all. You guys. Grant, is that what you say? Y'all say? Or you say you guys? You guys hit the thumbs up button.
In Canada?
No, Grant's in San Diego.
San Diego.
Remember San Diego?
I don't. Yeah, it's San Diego. That's right.
San Diego.
I've never been this old before, so I forget things. Yeah, I don't know.
What are you contemplating?
You
don't know what? If we'll change? You talking about hotels for a day?
I think I'm going to nap.
Yeah, I think you probably will want to. Because, flights, you can't sleep on a flight. Our flight's not super long anyway.
Right.
But then we'll get home and we'll have to stay up and play with the dogs.
And I'll have access to, a pool if I want to take a dip or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. The last cruise news thing I had was I found this very interesting. So in the cruise industry article that I was reading, it says Variety Cruises, which I had never heard of.
Never heard of them.
Never heard of Variety Cruises, has unveiled offers for, quote, active travel professionals and guests.
Active travel professionals.
Active travel professionals and guests. I'm not sure what an active travel professional is. And so I got curious and I went online to the Variety Cruise website. They are a company that has small ship yacht cruises, no more than 75 guests. So their kind of tagline is that you feel like you're on your friend's yacht for the week.
I'm feeling seasick already.
Possibly. That company was established in 2006. However, it was a merger of a Greek travel company and a yachts group. And I think it was the yachts group that had been around since like 1968. Anyway, all this to say, I often hear our European cruising friends giving negative reviews about tipping because they're not used to it. They don't tip, evidently, in Europe. And so I was very surprised that this predominantly European cruise company, this Variety Cruises company, they offer cruises in the Mediterranean and European. They're based in Greece. That they were recommending that satisfied customers are expected to leave between 13 and 18 euro per day per person, depending on the ship. This may look like some of the smaller ships, like 13 to 15, and then the larger ships were 15 to 18 euro. And the euro to dollar right now is almost 1 for 1. It's like some change. So they're basically asking folks to leave $13 to $18 per person per day. That sounds like a regular cruise line, right?
Close.
So, and their website does say gratuities are at our guests' discretion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it doesn't appear that anything is pre-charged or, required or anything, but it's not required on the other cruise lines either. Like you can go have it taken off, which is what, I hear Europeans typing out on the Facebook groups. Why do we have to do this? And they're just not used to it. Just like, I don't know, we don't need horses here. Some countries, not necessarily European countries, but they're not used to tipping. They don't tip there. They're not expected to tip. And then they go on a cruise and they're like, what's all this tipping all about? Don't these people make a living wage? Well, unfortunately they don't always.
Not really.
They don't always. So
they don't make the kind of wage we make.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike Cruise Vet says 75 sounds nice. Yeah. I think that would be a cool cruise. Of course, river cruises are also smaller. A smaller amount of people. So
river cruises won't get me seasick.
It's a little larger than a 75-person yacht.
Well, it's a river.
Yeah. I still do not know though what was that saying? Active travel professionals means. At first I thought it was one of those like working cruises where you're like one of the crew and you help with the mast and all that stuff. At first I thought it was one of those because I was like
a windjammer cruise?
Active
You know, they have a windjammer cruise.
where you do part of the
Mast-
work.
Yeah.
Yes, like you work on the yacht.
Anybody done a windjammer cruise?
Yeah, active travel professionals. I thought that was interesting. I don't know. We do a lot on board. I said do. We do a lot on board. And now I'm 12 years old.
Why don't we just say we do a lot on board?
We do
A lot on board.
do a lot on board. See, you had to wait till close to the end.
What is in that Yeti cup over there?
I swear it's just Mio water. I promise. But you had to wait for the end to get the humor, to get the 12-year-old jokes.
Cruise vet says, I ate at the windjammer. LOL.
I hated the windjammers. Travel agents, you think, Grant? Maybe active.
That's what I was thinking.
Because a travel professional
agents.
would be a travel agent,
Yeah.
but it didn't seem to relegate to you have to be a travel agent. It wasn't like, asking for your ID or anything, your certification or anything. I don't know. It's weird. LOL, cruise vet. You beat me to it. I ate it, the windjammer. I don't know. Very interesting, Grant. If you've heard about that. Scott says, that sounds like folks like Don. He works on his cruise. True,
right.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, though. There wasn't anything else. Let me say this. The active travel professionals phrase was on the cruise industry article. It wasn't anywhere on the Variety Cruises site. On their own website, they did not describe themselves, in other words, as a cruise line for active travel professionals. It was nowhere on their cruise site. It was on this cruise industry article.
So you don't have to be an active.
It's not required.
Oh, there you go.
You can be a lazy, unemployed,
bald-headed, gray goatee kind of dude.
No offense. We're not describing anyone.
Me.
We're not describing anyone in particular.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'm not hoisting any mast, I can tell you that.
No, it did not. It was not a working cruise, definitely, because they were talking about all the perks and, how they were going to take care of you and what you're not going to have to do for the week. Yeah. So I don't know. Clickbait, Grant. Maybe so. I don't know. Someone else wants to go look up Variety Cruises and
investigate. Give us some feedback.
Or Grant, hey, you've been cruising for so long. It's time, right? It's time to try something new. Go try Variety's cruise.
Don't do it, Grant.
Tell us what.
Don't fall for
that. Greek and European cruises. It looked really good. I'll have to say, it looked really good. I didn't click through to see what the prices were because I know we can't afford it, but it did look good.
That's true.
It did look interesting and fun, and the ship's safe and all that stuff. I mean, talk about special treatment. Wow, I didn't even look how big the cabins were. When are you trying to do this under the radar? Special treatment,
folks. I don't know what she's drinking.
Okay. I'll host a mass.
Hoist.
Oh, hoist.
Yeah.
I was like, are we going to church? I thought you meant like a Catholic mass.
Let me see give me this.
I promise. Cruise vet Mike says, I'll be the guy that sings the washy song. See, we could all have a job on board. This LOA crew takes over Variety Cruise ship. Boy, would they be surprised. Okay. Unless there's anything else big that y'all need to put in the comments. I missed somebody's comment one day and I felt so bad. I can't remember who it is, but I missed it. And I was responding after the live was already over. I hope he got it, but I felt bad because I didn't talk. I know, shocking enough, I didn't talk long enough for comments to come in. Mark the Shark says, I'll be the guy playing the guitar, hanging out with crews that thing in Washy. So Mark's going to be playing the guitar for Mike.
I've got this visual. It's kind of scary,
fellas. Washy.
Yeah.
Oh, I typed it that way to spin the hoist a mast. You're making me say words with more syllables. See, y'all are causing problems for the Texan girl. Cruise vet Mike says, you're going to love the Ovation of the Seas. Awesome. We can't wait. I mean, I can't wait to start doing all the research.
They have an enclosed indoor swimming pool, do they not?
Yes, they do.
And did you skydive?
Oh, the iFly. You were going to do the iFly, Mike.
Did you do the iFly?
Oh, maybe that's a video he's hiding.
Well, it's just a tease if you did. I mean, it's just.
Grant says, we're coming up on cruise 8 since 2018. Awesome. Cruise vet says they have 2. What were we talking about? They have two enclosed pools.
Wow.
Excellent.
Sweet. One is adult
solarium,
only, I guess?
probably a solarium, and then a regular adult pool, but they're both enclosed.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And we're looking forward to your skydive video, Cruise Vet.
I don't know if he did it. He says, I gave up my iFly spot to a guy who really wanted to go, and they were all booked.
You know what? Okay. You're a good man.
You are a good guy. Most vets are.
Go to his YouTube page.
Yeah, Cruise Vet. Scott, Rambling with the Brum, says, that's crazy. You're talking too much. Pretty much. I've seen your lives, Scott. Y'all do go a little slower pace than us down here in the South. Cruise Vet, I watched your live also about what was it about? You were talking about your upcoming, it was Pizza Day. That's what it was. It was National Pepperoni Pizza Day.
Oh, why did you have to say that right
that sounds
now?
good for dinner, doesn't it? And we just had 2 days of free eating at Mom's house. We can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Not gonna do. Not gonna do it.
Not gonna.
Okay, we're out, y'all. Love you, Sail Away crew.
Peace.
See you next week. Will be our last live before our cruise. And then, granted, I can get it up on my phone and the Wi-Fi is okay. We're going to go live on the ship. So, pew, pew, pew. See y'all next week.